Yo, what's up? My name is Reminisce. I'm a musician, uh, music slash poetry writer. Uh, Check out my SoundCloud page. The name is with the symbols and everything uh, on it. Anyways, today I wanted to talk about um, lately. Uh, I've been meeting some kids from my old high school that I had gotten kicked out of, and some kids that to the because when I got kicked out of school, I had to go to reform school uh, over here in Montebello, California. It was like a church school, and I've been meeting some of the kids from there too. And every time I meet somebody from my old schools, they always ask me, "Why did I get kicked out of my first school?" So I'm gonna tell the story finally. Um, it's been like years. The reason why, like, when I got kicked out of my old school, it was like the year 2007. Today is 2013, July 4th. Happy 4th of July, everybody. Uh, Anyways, I'm finally gonna tell the story. Okay, so the school I had originally went to was on Rancho in Pico Rivera, California. Uh, what had happened was some people might know it, but there was a fire that happened in El Rancho. There's like a new gym at El Rancho. Um, by that new gym, there used to be a bungalow restroom. That restroom got burned down. I'm that dude that got blamed for burning down that restroom. Here's what happened. Basically, me and some friends decided we were gonna go get high. We're gonna go smoke some weed. We go into the restroom, and like just things kind of went south. Something happened where like a fire went off. Um, so basically, me and this other dude that was in the restroom, we were getting high. We ran out of that restroom and shit. We just booked it, and one of the teachers that I knew saw me, and basically, yeah, this was like the last day of school. So, what basically happened was, uh, that day on the last day of school that the fire happened, um, me and some other friends, we decided to go, like, we were gonna go party and fucking drink and kind of walk around the city and go to park and just smoke weed and shit and just basically have fun. Go to a homie's house and chill. And basically, the homie that was in the restroom with me, we were trying to get a hold of him and trying to like see if he was gonna come kick it with us and drink and shit. Motherfucker didn't want to answer his phone the whole night. Right after school when that fire happened, he went straight home. So for some reason he wasn't answering his phone and shit. So I was just like, what the fuck's going on? I get home and I go on MySpace. MySpace was popular still at the time. Well, it was kind of dying out. But I go on MySpace and like I check out like his page and shit, and he had posted up that, oh yeah, we're the fools that started the fire. We're KBS. We're like, well, at the time it was a crew that were trying to start up. He's all, yeah, we're blah blah blah, and he's all, it was me, the homie, me. He gave my nickname away. He's like, yeah, it was me, the homie Meatloaf, and so and so. I'm not gonna say their names, you know. So he posts this shit up. He gives away the crew, and he gives away my nickname and who I was and shit. Um, so later on, like the next day, I think it was like, I don't know what day the school ended, because I know it was like the next week there was like summer school had like started. It was like right after like summer school had started, but I think it was like a Thursday that was the last day. I'm not sure. Um, well, anyways, throughout the whole weekend I was just kind of chilling and shit, and I was at my grandpa's house, and my mom gives me a call at my grandpa's house, and she's all, "What did you do? Like, what the fuck? Why are the cops at mom's house looking for you and shit?" And like I was like, "Oh fuck, I don't know. Like, I basically lied and said, well, there was a fight that happened right in front of our rancho, between two different crews and shit, and I was just basically lying. I was just like, I think they probably want to know like what happened because like I was there and I saw it, but I wasn't in the fight. I basically lied to my mom, said that that was the reason why, and then like like on Monday, um, summer school finally started because she's all okay. Well, the cops want you to go and just go to the school on the first Monday of summer school and shit. I was like, all right, we'll go. I go into the school and like I'm sitting right next to Mr. Collins's office, the dean. He used to be a math teacher first. He was like my math teacher, and then he became a dean. Um, so basically, I'm sitting right there next to Mr. Collins's office, and I'm just waiting. And then finally, the fool that posted up that shit on MySpace, which by the way, on his page, like a dumbass, he had the school as his friend, and he posts it up. So like at the time, like I don't know if like if you have the school on your page on Facebook, I don't know if whatever you post up things, it goes already onto that school. But basically on MySpace, what it would do is like every time you posted up something, it would post up onto the school's website too. So that's how they found out that the fire happened and that it was me and this other dude. So fucking, I'm sitting in there in the office though, and that fool walks in to the office, and I'm looking at him like, yo, like what's up, man? And then he just looks down and he doesn't even look at me and shit. And finally, Officer Peralta, he had like a little office there, like a little police station thingy there. I don't know if they still have it there, but he had like a little office of his own there. And he calls me into his office, and he's talking to me, and he's all, you know why you're here, right? And I was just like, nah, I don't know what's going on. He's all, well, seems that on the last day of school there was a fire, and you're the one that started it. We have 8 witnesses that are saying that you started the fire. And if you know anything, because my grandma, she worked in the LA Sheriff's Department for over 40 years. So she basically taught me everything about the law. Like, she taught me most, like, the important things about the law. And she taught me about how cops try to lie and shit just to get you to confess, and, like, things about, like, how, things that cops can't do. And, like, there's, like, a lot of things that cops can do. Like, if you're a minor, they can't take a picture of you. If you're a minor, like, they can't search you unless they have probable, I can't pronounce the word, probable cause or some shit like that. But if, like, they basically can't search you if you don't give them permission, or if your parents don't give them permission, they still can't search you. So basically, they have to get either permission from you or from your parents. And if they don't get the permission, then they'll bring like a dog and sniff you out. And if you don't have drugs on you, then they won't find nothing. Like, they still can't search you. Well, anyways, back to the story. Sorry. I'm sitting in his office, and he's telling me, yeah, we got like 8 witnesses saying that you started the fire and shit. And I'm like, bullshit, you know, like, if you really had witnesses, then you wouldn't be trying to talk to me right here and trying to fucking get answers out of me. But he's right here, and he's talking to me, he's all, fine, you know, we don't have 8 witnesses. And he's all, but we do got a paperwork test. What paperwork is, it's when people say like, oh, I got paperwork on this fool. What that is like, it's when someone confesses something that you did, what basically someone being a rat, and like your homies get paperwork on that fool being a rat, because the paperwork is basically you writing down everything that happened and shit. That's paperwork. No, anyways, he's all, we got paperwork, and he slaps down two pieces of paper, and it was basically my other 2 homies that ratted on me and put the whole blame on me, saying that I started the fire and shit. And like, I'm sitting right there and I'm reading this, and then I finally just go, okay, I did it. And like, he's looking at me and he smiles with a stupid ass grin. I was like, fuck you, Officer Peralta. In my head, I didn't say it out loud. Fuck you, Officer Peralta. And then he's all, alright, I'm gonna let you make your own paperwork. I was like, alright, fine. He's all, put down details of what happened. I'm like, alright. And he leaves the room. My mom's sitting in the room with me, and like, I'm like, Mom, are you mad? And she's like, she just stood quiet. So no, I'm just disappointed. And for like some reason, like when she said that, she didn't even yell at me or hit me. And that's what usually she would have done, is hit me or yelled at me. She didn't do that this time. She just kind of looked at me and just stood quiet and just kind of like, and for some reason that like hurt me even worse than getting hit or yelled at. Like it bothered me more. Well, anyways, ever since that day that my mom did that, I haven't gotten into trouble. Like I still get into a little bit of trouble, but not big trouble anymore. And so, like I'm right here writing my own paperwork and shit. But I'm over here saying in my paperwork like I didn't put in any names. I basically took the whole rat, and I said that I did everything, and that I was basically alone, kind of, and that nobody was really there with me, and like I didn't give a name or anything. I just said the details of what I did, because the way I grew up was like I grew up in by my, I'm not gonna say one neighborhood that's in Pico, but I grew up around a lot of different neighborhoods. Like my dad was from somewhere, my mom, my uncles, um, my sister, but they were all from different neighborhoods. They weren't all from like the same neighborhood. The way I grew up though was like never be a rat. Like the rat is like the most worst thing you could ever be. You know, so don't even if you give like a little bit of something, it's still considered being a rat. So I stood there and I just basically took the whole blame. I didn't like because I was just like, you know, fuck it, like I'm in trouble already because I got these two people already snitching on me saying that I did it. So I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna try to make it easier on myself and just say I was the one that did it and just take the whole blame. Oh, like finally, I basically took the whole blame. Officer Peralta comes back in, he puts the handcuffs on me. I was just like, oh, what the fuck? But I admitted to it, like, can I at least like go home and then go to court, like, or something like that? Like, why do I gotta go to jail now? And he was just like, he explains why, because you did something. I was like, yeah, true. Puts the handcuffs on me, and literally the Pico Sheriff's Department is right next to our rancho. He fucking puts me in his car and drives me to the Sheriff's Department. And I'm just like, what the fuck, you lazy fuck? We could have just walked over there. Like, oh my god. It was literally two, like, okay, it's a rancho, and then there's like a building right in between our rancho and the Sheriff's Department. I don't know what that building is. I don't know what it is, but yeah, like, we could have literally just walked. It was two buildings away. We go in there, and he's like, he puts me into one of the cells and shit, and I'm in the cell with these fools from Rivera. Yeah, like they're tattooed up and shit, and I'm right there, and they're all telling their stories and shit. Well, first they're all, hey yo, someone's like, hey fool, was that you on the radio on the high speed chase, Holmes? I was like, nah, dude, like the fuck, like nah, man, that wasn't me, dude. He's all, damn, dog, that shit was tight, holy shit, you know. I just like, nah. Then they start telling their own stories of why they're in there and shit. These fools are fucking like, they got some stories, you know. What the fuck, they got warrants and shit, you know. And what the fuck am I gonna say? I burned down a restroom. Really? They're over here telling their own stories, having fun and shit. Those fools were funny though. And like, I know cholos are funny. Like they're retarded, but they're funny. You know, like I don't know how to like describe it. Like, so they're funny. They're cool. They're in there though, and they're telling their stories and shit. And they finally asked me. I was just like, started lying. I was gonna say I burned down a fucking restroom. Fuck no. Right here lying and shit. Yeah, fool, got a fucking fire. Start hearing that fool, right? Fucking cops come, swing at the fucking cops and shit. Like, motherfucker grab me and arrested my ass and shit. I'm in here for assault and shit. Trying to be all hard and shit. Ain't true, ain't hard, motherfucker. Burned down the toilet. Basically, yeah. Then finally, like, because I was thinking, like, the reason why I was lying is, like, to be honest with you, I was thinking, like, fuck, I'm gonna have to stay here overnight, and these fools are gonna probably fuck with me or something, you know, try to punk me or try to, well, just, I don't know. And Luckily though, like a couple hours goes by, and they finally call my name, and then they tell me like we're releasing you to your parent. Cause I thought my mom was gonna leave me in there, cause she looked like she was. I mean, she was really disappointed. She made me feel like fuck, you know. Like I didn't think she was gonna like take me out. So she does though. We get into the van, and I was like, "Mom, you mad? Like, say something, you know?" She didn't want to say nothing. She's all, "You know what? You need to call your older sister because she's scared and she's worried about you." And me, I'm the type of person that always tries to make people laugh or like try to break the ice or something. So I was just like, "No, you call her." Ty. I was like, Mom. Ty got arrested. I'm going to jail for a very long time. And like, my mom, she puts on a grin on her face because she thought it was funny too that I was gonna. She thought it would be funny. So, like, she calls my sister. She tells my sister, "Mija, they're not gonna let him go." And then she's all, my sister, I could hear her like going, "Why, Mom?" My mom's like explaining to her like what I did and everything and why they're not gonna let me go and shit. And like she's all, "Yeah, I mean, how they're gonna keep him? Like they already sentenced him. They gave him a sentencing." That like obviously I wasn't sentenced. It was just like 1 day, but she's like just joking around, and like my sister believed it for some reason. Like, well, I don't know. Maybe you can get sentenced in a day. I don't know. I've never really been in that much trouble, but anyways, my sister's believing it, and then I can hear my sister start crying on the phone, going, "Oh, how long is he gone for?" And my mom's like, "He's gone for a couple of years, Mia." And then she started crying even harder. I could hear her, and I'm over here laughing on the side of the car and shit. And then my mom could hear her like really crying hard, and then she looks at the phone. She's like, "Here, Tyler, you're okay, stupid." I'm like, "No, I ain't done no more, right?" She's like, "You better tell her you're okay, stupid." I'm like, "Fine." Well, hello, stupid. She's crying. She's like, "Oh, fuck you, dick. You alright?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be home right now." A little bit. She's like, "Alright." My goldfish. That's what I call her. I call her goldfish. And I love my sister. She's just a pain in the ass though. Anyways, that's like after that, like I go to court at this juvenile place, and they get like me and that other dude that snitched on me. We basically like, because there was 3 of us, but when I wrote down the paperwork, I said that the other guy wasn't even there. That I don't know what that this fool's talking about because that dude wasn't even there. And basically, the third guy didn't get in trouble, but the guy that wrote that shit up on MySpace, like he basically admitted to being there, so he basically got in trouble too. And so like like I said on my paperwork, I said like it was just all me. Um, but when we went to court, I guess because me and him both confessed it or something like that. Like we didn't want to fight the case. We just basically took our sentencings and shit. Basically, they gave us both 3 years probation, and like that was it. But like if we were to get into trouble, we would go away for like 3 years and shit like that. So we just took the probation and shit, and like basically that's the reason why our rancho has a new gym. You know, they said that piece of shit restroom, which by the way, this restroom was so fucked up. All right, the ceiling from the wall was coming down. It always smelled like piss. It was tagged up. You could find fucking condoms in there, not used condoms, but like I don't know, maybe some were used. We never actually picked them up to check, but like this restroom was shitty. The doors were like broken off a little bit because like everybody just fucked around in that restroom, just like tagged it up and all that shit. It was a broken down restroom, okay? Basically, we did the school a favor by getting rid of it, but, you know, school wanted to be a dick, and they're saying that it costed up to like $50,000 or $40,000 to repair that shit, you know? This is bullshit. But basically, I'm the dude that gave you guys a new gym. Enjoy it. I ended up having to pay a fine though. Still doing that and shit. Anyways, that's how I got kicked out of a rancho for that fire and shit. I was the dude that did it. I got blamed for doing it. Um, I guess, fuck, the only thing I could say is don't do nothing stupid, especially with people you don't like really trust or know too well. You know, like I knew that dude since we were like in, since we went to South Ranchito. Okay, I knew that dude for a long time, but he was like the way he grew up was he was kind of spoiled. He was always addicted to his mom and shit. And his mom still spoiled him. And he grew up like a spoiled little brat, and so like just never do anything stupid with somebody you don't know. Just don't do nothing stupid. Period. Anyways, um, that's how I got kicked out of a rancho. Um, I haven't gotten into real big trouble ever since then. I kind of learned my lesson. Right now, as you know, I'm just kind of like doing my own thing. I'm doing my music, writing poetry. Um, that's basically it. Like, um, one more time though, I guess. Just check out my page on SoundCloud. And yeah, my name is Reminisce. That's the story of how I got kicked out of a rancho. Yeah, guys, be careful. It's 4th of July today. Don't do nothing stupid. Be careful. Hope to see you guys another day. Have fun. Peace.